Hello people, I'm coming at you live with my, well not live, but coming at you with my new handy dandy suction cuppy phone holder thingy in the car. That's pretty sweet. You get a much better view of yours truly, so lucky you, right? No more blue tack, fantastic. Very excited. And I'm gonna go over the train tracks in a minute, and it's not gonna shudder and almost fall over as it has before. So that's a fantastic thing. Here we go. Oh, look at that. No problems at all. Handled it with ease. Anyways, you can tell I'm pretty excited. It's the simple things in life. Pretty excited about that. The thing I was thinking about today was I've been doing intermittent fasting for almost 6 months now, solid. I've missed maybe a couple of days, but not much outside of that. And if you're not aware of what that is, that's okay. I didn't know much about it previously before I started it either. Intermittent fasting is just looking at the window period in which you eat your food and narrowing that window down. So you still eat the same amount of food. It's the same amount of calories that you would, take in anyways. The only difference is that you're doing it with a shorter window. So, if you don't eat, say, between dinner and breakfast, say at 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. roughly, then that's a 12-hour, you are doing intermittent fasting already. So everyone already does some version of intermittent fasting. It's just whether or not, it's just looking at their window of eating time. And so the idea is that, and the research shows that the longer you can go without eating, and the optimal looks to be somewhere around 16 hours. Although sometimes it looks like, the odd occasion of doing 24 hours is also good, but 16 hours, if you can do 16 hours of non-eating and then fit your food into 8 hours of eating, then your digestive system gets this break, inflammation levels drop down because your body doesn't have to, because digestion is a hard process for your body. Well, not a hard process, but it's a significant process for your body to do. Takes a lot of energy to do that. And so then if you're not eating and taking a break from the food, it gives your body a longer time to repair. Also changes the hormones that get produced in your body. And so what they say is it's best to stop your last meal, last food, whatever you want to call it, snack, at 9 p.m. and then not eat again until 1 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. So essentially you're skipping breakfast you're eating fairly late into the night, I think. 9 p.m. is pretty late. And then you're stopping and you're not eating breakfast or a morning snack, and you're just saving your lunch until 1 p.m. Now the old me would have said, back in the day, personal training, it was not a thing. In fact, it's only just becoming a thing in the last probably 6 months or so, hence why I'm doing it, to test it out. It's only become a thing recently, and the old me would have said, oh no, you gotta have breakfast, you can't not have breakfast, it's the most important meal of the day and all that kind of shit. Well, turns out that's not the case. There's a lot of shit happens in the health and fitness industry, and I think across the world lots of stuff, but especially in the diet space. One thing gets proven one way and then later on it gets proven another way, or sometimes it's at the same time the opposite opposing views get proven both in scientific literature. It's like, what the fuck do you believe? What are you supposed to follow and understand to be true if everything is proven and disproven at the same time? Just depends which way you turn your head and what you look at. So it's a challenge on that side, but I've been doing that for nearly 6 months and found really good benefit from that. Like, I personally enjoyed it. I like to do the intuitive dieting side, where I listen to my body a lot and use that to respond to whether or not I need to eat more or take a break from eating or have more water or do some exercise or do some stretching instead, meditate, all those kinds of things. That's how I look intuitively at my body and my mind, and what do I need to do in order to feel better right now. And so that's been an interesting one. And I've definitely noticed my hunger levels have gone down overall. And I've been typically a person, my wife will attest to this, that if I don't eat when it's time for me to eat, I'm 100% the hangry person. I try to hide it as best I can, but it's like all I'm thinking about is food. Like when someone talks to me and it's time for the morning snack, afternoon snack, lunch, breakfast, dinner, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I'm listening to you, but all I'm doing is thinking about how soon it is I can get food, or how can I stop this conversation or in order to go eat some food, or or think about the food I'm going to eat very soon and just think about how delicious it's going to taste and be angry that I'm not able to do that right now because I have to listen to someone talk or I have to be nice in a conversation. So it's an interesting thing. Anyways, so yeah, that's dropped pretty much entirely. It's been, yeah, fantastic. Like it's been really good not to have that feeling, because I don't know when the last time I've had that feeling was probably prior to when I really started beefing things up and training hard, about 2002 thereabouts, and 2001, 2002, when I really started going hard and putting on size and weight. Ever since then, it's probably been that struggle for me in that side. So that's been fantastic. Also, what is purported to be one of the major benefits is your growth hormone levels. Your hormone that happens in your body that promotes muscle stimulation and growth of those muscles. There's the second railroad tracks, and I've gone over those no problem. As a little side note, I'm very excited to have this little suction cuppy thing. All of $20, by the way. I thought it'd be a bit more than that, but it's a pretty good. It's a little bit higher quality one, and it was cheap. I'm like, I'll take it. Anyways, so one of the purported things is to have the growth hormone levels go up, and what that in the morning, the longer you can go without food, the more the growth hormone levels stay up. That's hard to say. Growth hormone levels, growth hormone levels, growth hormone levels. Yeah, you try and say that 5 times fast. And so that's what one of the benefits is, that helps promote stimulation of muscle tissue. Check, bonus, right? And so that's why they typically say wait until 1 p.m. to eat your first meal. So ideally what they say is do your workout at 12 and then eat at 1 or thereabouts. But most of us, that doesn't work, right? Thankfully for me, I'm in a world where I can do that now because I'm a personal trainer. Working my own hours, as it were. But if you're in an office environment, like I have been, I understand that's just not a reality, and especially training at lunchtime. It sounds nice. Not really. It's not very sticky, what you call stickiness. It's not something that's going to happen, because there's all kinds of shit that'll happen in your day that may stop you from actually being able to do that. Is this camera turned a bit? Is that better? So I've been doing that and intermittent fasting, and yeah, nearly 6 months. And the last couple of days, though, I've noticed, and I'm on a slight calorie reduction diet. I have been for a little while now, as I've got my 20-year high school reunion coming up. 20 years, nuts! It's in about 3 weeks. And then so I've been trying to drop some extra body fat, which I have been doing, which has been fantastic. Another one of the benefits of intermittent fasting and the program that I'm on. So I think I'm sitting somewhere around 16% body fat, give or take a little. Well, not give. It's probably no more than that. It's probably, if anything, a bit less. And yeah, I'm in really good shape. Really happy with that result. But anyways, the last couple of days, I haven't wanted to exercise much. It's just, when you get that feeling, it's just like, I can't be stuffed today. Can't be bothered getting in there and hitting the gym today. But you do it anyways, and you're always thankful you did it by the end of it. But usually what happens is it helps me gain more energy for the day. And this is part of the intuitive dieting, living stuff, is that I noticed afterwards, like, it was good to do it, and it suppresses hunger for a little extra while, so you don't have to worry about feeling hungry for as long. But I noticed, like, it did zap my energy. Like, I didn't have that energy boost in the afternoon. I was really tired, and yesterday I was really tired. I felt like having a nap, which is really saying something. It's not very often that I want to do that. Of course I didn't, and nobody got time for naps. You got time for naps? You got time to work? I don't know. It's a bit of a stupid thing to say. So yes, I've just realized that I was gonna go pick up some protein powder on my way home, and I literally just passed the place. So now I got to do a U-turn and go back to that place. And noticed that it's just energy levels have not been good the last couple of days. So last night, after working, I finished up, and normally I come home and have a little bit of protein powder, which I'm about to get because I'm about out of it now. a little bit of coconut yogurt, a few little berries in there, and I do that. But I just thought I'm too hungry. Like I'm gonna change things up here a bit. I'm just not feeling it, and so I just went for it. We had soup. We had chicken and sweet corn soup last night for dinner, which was amazing. I'm just trying to find the right spot to get in the gaps here. You know when cars are like parked, or not parked, but driving, but they're just too, like all of them are just the wrong distance apart from each other. It's like I could go between these cars, but it's just not enough space, and there's like 10 of them like that. That just happened. So last night I just munged down on a bunch of food. Now I didn't just eat a bunch of shit. I didn't go to McDonald's and just like say, oh screw it, I'm just gonna eat a bunch of crap. Like I had soup, like a chicken sweet corn soup. I had my protein powder. I did have a couple pieces of bread with it, small bread that is gluten-free. And then I had something else with it as well. And my vegetables. I have like huge container of vegetables that I prepare on the Sunday and I eat through the week. And I ate those, and man, I tell you what, I ate so much of that. And then I also slept in an extra half hour today, which I don't normally do, but I didn't have a client until 6:30 this morning. And so rather than getting at 6, which I have been doing, regardless of when my first client is, I've been getting at 6 and doing the work. Today I got it at 6:30, and so that was an extra half hour sleep. So I got a good just over 8 hours sleep. And then I ate this morning as well, which I haven't had a breakfast. I haven't had breakfast, before kind of 8 a.m. I mean, really before kind of 10 or 11 is when I've been averaging since, December last year, which is like 6 months ago. And so I munged that down. I had some more veggies this morning as well. And then I've had some more soup since then. And I'm gonna go home now and I'm gonna eat some more food. And I'm saying all this because it's important to listen to your body. It's taken a long time for me to say this, hey. I've talked a lot. It's important to listen to your body, not just dogmatically go into, well, here's the program on, this is what it says to do, this is how many grams of carbs or fat or proteins, or this is how many calories it says to eat, so regardless of how I feel, I'm gonna do it. Now, sure, there's a time and a place to adjust it if you're, stick to it if you're really, you're just going through if you're going through a detox program or something, it's going to suck for a bit. That's a reality. But 6 months of it and of what I've been doing, and then you need to go, well, my body's not feeling it at the moment. I do need to switch things up. So I did that this morning, and I'm planning to have a couple refeed days where I actually eat significantly more food. Now, it's going to still be the same types of foods, just healthy, healthy versions, but the calories are going to go up a bit. And I'm just intuitively knowing that I'm feeling need to do that. And guess what? I woke up this morning, and after having my breakfast, I woke up better. I've been feeling really tired waking up, even though I'm getting 7 to 7.5 hours. Feeling really tired waking up. And this morning I got up and I was like, bam, fuck, I feel much better. I feel good today. And I was able to deliver harder sessions, better sessions to my clients, more alert, more acute to, what needs to get done and how to adjust things, and really push the envelope with some of my clients. And that's just shows you that, if you have that mental alertness, which comes from feeling physically fit as well as mentally fit, then you're able to do whatever job it is that you do a lot better, perform a lot better, perform at a higher level. And so it's intuitively important to listen to yourself. Don't always just take everything as gospel truth. Whenever you're doing a program, don't just say, well, regardless of how I feel, I'm just gonna do it. It's important because you will know yourself the best, and it's the best to listen to yourself. And sometimes you gotta do these things. So I'm gonna spend the next 3 or 4 days enjoying a refeed, which I've not had 3 or 4 days of like solid higher calorie eating in a while. So I'm really gonna enjoy that. And then, I'm going to push back and then hit back into it. That's always the hard part, is to shift back into, the other side when you're calorie restricting a bit more. But it's been a good thing at the moment. So just want to leave you with that thought is, in life and anything you're doing, it's important to listen to yourself, listen to that internal monologue, listen to the body systems and how they're responding to you. And if you're not feeling it, change things up, change something, and see how you go. All right, that's it for now, guys. And how good is this? How good is this new look here? I'm really happy with how it's going there. All right, that's it for now. Talk to you soon. I'm gonna get my protein powder. Bye.